Hi folks, this is Mohan Nagavan. Today we are going to see Novice Machine Learning End-to-End Project Part 3, Split the Data. In end-to-end Machine Learning project, we are seeing a continuous steps like look at the big picture and get the data. But in the get the data only, we are going to a subtype, let's say sub area, split the data. So what do you mean by split the data and why do we need that? Those things we are going to see in this video. Split the data why? To find generalization error which tells you how well your model will perform on instances it has never seen before. For instance, you have a, let's say 100 records. Let's say if you train with all 100 records, you will not be knowing how well it will perform on the future data or unseen data. So for that, we will divide the data, whatever we have, into testing data and training data. So that is called splitting the data. After splitting the data, you will train with your training data, and after that you will apply your, let's say, testing data. You will see the generalization error. In simple words, if the training error is low but the generalization error is high, then you will come to the conclusion like your data is or your model is overfitting the training data. So now we understood why do we need to split the data. Now we will see how to split the data. In previous video, we have seen how to get the data from a different URL. And after that, we have seen how to load those into the pandas module. Then after, we have seen how to see the basic information about our data like info and describe. And we have seen how to see the data distribution of our data by using the histograms. Now we are going to divide our data into the training and test data. In skitlan, we have sklan.model underscore selection. So from that we are importing train underscore test underscore split. So this will help you to split the training and testing data. So from this model, we are going to use train underscore test underscore split method, and after that we are using the housing, that means which is nothing but our data. Then we are mentioning test size 0.2. That means that 20% of data from our input will be considered as a testing data. So that means that remaining 80% will be considered as your training data. So implicitly we are mentioning training as 80%, testing as 20%. Random state 2. So random state plays a major role here, because if you don't mention random state, every time you execute this method, it will be keep on changing your data again and again. So which may mix up your data from training and testing. For that reason, if you mention the same random state value for every execution, that means that the same data will be maintained in the training as well as in the testing. So you will not have any confusion. So it will perfectly working on the training data for training, and the testing data will be as always a fresh data. If you mix it up this one, so what happens is some data may be fixed in the whatever you train, that may come to the testing, and whatever testing that may come to the training whenever you execute again and again. So that's why we will use the random state value. And after that, we are going to see the test set dot head method, where you can see the some minimum record from the testing data. Then we are seeing the length of the, let's say, housing total data and training data and the testing data. So let's execute from starting only. So now we are going to see the basic info that we have seen already. Then we are seeing the describe. So we will get the statistics measures and the normal metrics. Then we are going to see the data distribution by using the histogram. Then after that, now we are going to execute, just execute and see. So completed. Now I am going to execute the test set dot head. So you can see the sequence just only for the top 5 data. Now again and again, if I execute this one, it will give the same data. So it never changes. For example, if I change this one, let's say 12. So you can give any value, it does not mean, but you need to maintain the same value throughout the data. So just now executing. Now if I execute, the order will be changing. So that means that again, if I execute the same thing, so it never changes because we are maintaining the same number. Now I'm executing again. So it never changes. So whenever you change the random state, or if you don't mention the random state itself, then it will make the different kinds of combination whenever you execute again and again. So now we are executing the last one. So now you can clearly understand the housing data has 20,640 records, and training data has 16,512, and testing data has 4128. That means 20% of housing data is here and 80% of data are in the training set. So this is all about the split the data and why do we need to split and how do we need to split, and let's say what is the importance of the random state we have seen. So thanks for watching.